Okay guys, our first coaster review that we are going to do on this channel is of Silver Bullet at Knott's Berry Farm in Buena Park, California. This is a B&M Invert that operated since December 7th, 2004. And everyone says that this is the weakest B&M Invert, and I think I gotta agree with them. Because this coaster looks like it has a drawn out layout, and after looking at POVs and reviews of other B&M inverts in the US, I gotta agree that this one is the weakest one. Because its layout, even though it's original, it's a teeny tiny bit weird. Its drop is pretty small, but that doesn't mean it's a bad ride. This is actually a great ride. So before we go on to the review, let's look at the stats for this ride. So this ride has a height of 146 feet. It has a drop of 109 feet. It has a track length of 3,125 feet. It has 6 inversions, and it goes at a maximum speed of 55 miles per hour. And it has a duration of 2 minutes and 30 seconds. So you begin your ride experience by entering through the queue. This coaster has some theming. Not the best theming, but it's definitely not the worst. You're gonna board your B&M Invert trains. Now, since this is my first B&M Invert, I wasn't used to those over-the-shoulder restraints. So when I came on it, it was pretty hard to put my seatbelt locked. Now, I don't want to sound cheapy, but those over-the-shoulder restraints were a tiny bit weird. Operations-wise, this coaster is very good at operations, and you begin your ride experience by taking a right-hand turn out of the station and going up this lift hill. I will be using this POV from Attraction Spot, also known as Death by Illusion. You should check his channel out. He has some awesome POVs. And so anyways, you're gonna start your ride experience by taking a right-hand turn out of the station and going up this lift hill. And when you get to the top, you're going to go through a B&M pre-drop and go down a quote-unquote very steep drop. I'm kidding. This drop is not steep at all. After that, you're gonna go into a great vertical loop. I got some good G's there. And then you're gonna go into a really cool overbank turn, which will give you some weightlessness while you're at it. Then you're gonna go down and go into the iconic Cobra Roll, which is shown at the front of the entrance. The Cobra Roll's okay. It's not like, the best element ever, but at least it's not the worst. I know a lot of people hate Cobra Rolls, and I don't think Cobra Rolls are too bad. So after that Cobra Roll, you're gonna go into a 0G roll. My first 0G roll, I thought it was a really cool sensation, how you flip without being pushed into your seat. Then you're gonna do a left-hand turn and go into 2 corkscrews in a row, which are separated by a little swing to the side. And then after that, you're gonna go through what's probably the most forceful part of the ride, and that is Silver Bullet's double helix. And then right after that, you'll go into the brakes. When I got off of this ride, my legs felt like jelly, which means that this ride is pretty forceful. Everyone says that it's forceless, but I thought it was pretty forceful. And in terms of smoothness, this coaster is very smooth. The only jerky part of the ride I thought was just a tiny bit of jerkiness on the Cobra Roll. So I never sat in the front row, but I sat in the back row for 2 of my rides, and I really did like the back row. So I'm not really going to recommend a row for you guys to ride on. I would recommend this to someone who doesn't like intensity and just likes flat out fun. And also, if you're not a big fan of steep drops, then this coaster is good for you, because this coaster doesn't have a very steep drop at all. Please don't forget to like the video and subscribe, and stay tuned for more things coming to this channel in the meantime. I'll see you guys later.